Assalamu alaikum. Now the lecture number 2. In the last lecture, we have studied simple interest, calculation of that, and calculation of compound interest by that formula or by the formula of simple interest. Now the direct formula for calculating future sum is, before that we have the definition of compound interest. Interest that is paid on the original amount of money invested and on the interest that has been added to it. In case of simple interest, only we pay interest on the original amount, on the amount of capital, on the amount invested, saved. But in case of compound interest, in the first year, we pay interest like simple interest. But when the second year comes, then we also pay interest on the amount of interest accrues. What the bankers say about it? Bankers say that we don't apply compound interest, but the people constrain us. लोग हमें मजबूर करते हैं. People constrain us that we should apply compound interest. Suppose a person takes a loan of rupees 1 lakh at the rate of 10% on 1st January. On 31st December, he should come to us and pay the amount of interest. Suppose he has taken the amount of loan for 5 years, 10 years, but at the end of every year he should come and pay the interest. He will have to pay the simple interest because he has paid the amount of interest. Then the remaining amount is of capital. Then we will apply interest on the capital. Why we take interest on the interest? Because suppose he has taken rupees 1 lakh. At the end of this year, rupees 10,000 is the amount of interest. Suppose he does not, suppose he pays. We will also invest this 10,000 at the rate of 10%. We will earn interest on that. If he does not pay, then we will apply interest on this amount. This is the banker's logic. That because this amount has due to him, and if he pays us, we will also invest it to others people. अगर ये नहीं देता तो जाहिर है कि हम इसी अमाउंट के ऊपर इंटरेस्ट लगा देंगे. ये बैंकर्स की तौज़ी है जो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट के बारे में कही जाती है. Now see the formula. The future sum is equal to 1 plus I raised to the power n, where I is the interest rate and n is the number of years. Suppose a person takes rupees 50,000 capital for time for 4 years at the rate of 8% per annum. means annual, per annum, per year. Now what is the future sum? Future sum is equal to 1 plus 8% raised to the power 4, that is equal to 1.08 raised to the power 4. Here in this case, we have not introduced capital amount in the formula. It is for rupees 1. Rupees 1 will become in 4 years at the rate of 8%, you may say 1.36 rupees approximately. If we add principal amount in this formula, it will become like this, where P is equal to capital amount या original amount original sum. Suppose it is P is equal to 1000. Multiply here with 1000, you will get or it will be 1360.49 rupees. In case of compound interest, there is no direct formula to calculate the interest. If you want to calculate the interest, you will have to deduct from it the original amount. Original amount, and it was rupees 1000. The interest becomes this. And this formula, future sum, interest is equal to P into 1 plus I raised to the power n minus P. We will deduct principal amount from that calculation. If it is for rupee 1, then you can have the formula like this. Now I give you only one question for that to calculate. क्या मैं यहाँ हल कर दूँ इसको अभी? see the solution. Future sum is equal to P into 1 plus I raised to the power n. Here the the original sum is rupees 12,000. Rate is 8% and the time is 6 years. When we calculate it, it comes to 19,042 rupees and 49 paisa. When we deduct from it the original amount, we get the interest 7,042 rupees and 49 paisa. So simple, you can practice from any book, or I will provide you the material as you require. Here is question number 2. It is assignment for you. In this question, the original amount is rupees 25,000. Rate of interest is 12% per annum. Mr. Aslam invested the above amount at above rate on January 1st, 2001. What will be the future sum on January 1st, 2005? It is your assignment. Now the next term is annuity. Annuity. What is this? A series of equal payments at regular interval with interest compounded at a certain rate is known as annuity. The example is the premium of insurance. You pay annual equal amount for a certain period, for 10 years, 20 years, etc. Means a series of equal payments at regular intervals, interest compounded at a certain rate is known as annuity. Equal periodic payments are called rent, and the regular interval may be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, half year, 2 years, etc. These are of two types: an ordinary annuity and annuity due. For the ordinary annuity, suppose a person has invested rupees 1,000 on 31st December 2001. Then on 31st December 2002, then on 3, then on 4. And see that according to definition, a series of equal payments. Now they see the payments are equal. एन्युटी का फार्मूला सिर्फ उस सूरत में लग सकता है सीरीज ऑफ इक्वल पेमेंट्स. अगर इसमें कोई पेमेंट में फ़र्क पड़ जाए तो एन्युटी का फार्मूला नहीं लगेगा. नंबर एट रेगुलर इंटरवल, सी दैट द रेगुलर इंटरवल of 1 year is there. In case of ordinary annuity, the total sum is due here. Total sum is due here. Yeah. On the last deposit, आफ्टर डिपॉजिटिंग दैट मनी द अमाउंट विदड्रा, ये जो 1000 जमा कराया है आज ही जमा कराया है और टोटल अमाउंट आज ही लेंगे, तो फिर ये फार्मूला इसके ऊपर पूरा उतरता है। अगर फ़र्ज़ किया ये अमाउंट यहाँ करके 31 दिसंबर 2006 को ली जाए और उसमें न जमा किया जाए तो फिर वो फार्मूला ड्यू वाला बनेगा। अभी मैं इसको आपके सामने कैलकुलेट करके अमाउंट दिखाता हूँ। करूँ? According to ordinary annuity, I told you that on the last day or on the last deposit, we will deposit the amount and we will withdraw all the amounts. According to the formula, I have calculated 6,105.10. This is the answer. Now to check whether this formula is according to this statement, that when we will deposit rupees last rent, we will have to withdraw all the amount. Rupees 1000 deposited on 31st December. Into 1. दो 2002 को ये 1000 जो है ये 1100 में तब्दील हो जाएगा, लेकिन हम 2002 में 1000 इसमें और जमा कर रहे हैं। अब हमारे पास ये 2100 हो गया। 2100 को फिर इससे ज़रब दें, it becomes रुपीज़ 2200। $2310। अब ये हमारा आ गया दिसंबर 31, 2003। अब यहाँ हमने 3 में फिर 1000 रुपया और जमा कर दिए। अब हमारे पास हो गए इतने। अब इसको फिर इंटरेस्ट 1 साल का लगाएं। अब ये हो गया 3641। अब ये बन गया दिसंबर 31, 2004। अब यहाँ फिर हमने 1000 जमा कर दिया। ये बन गए 4641। अब इसको फिर आप इंटरेस्ट लगाएं तो ये आ गया 4005 10 पैसे। तो इसमें ये आखिरी 1000 जमा कराएं और यही अमाउंट निकलवाएं। अब इसमें इंटरेस्ट नहीं लगना। कितना जवाब आ रहा था पहले? जवाब कितना? ठीक है। अब आप देखें कि मैं इसको, यानी जैसे आम आर्डनरी जो इसका शुरू में फार्मूला आपको बताया, ये वाला फार्मूला जो है बताया कि फ्यूचर सम इज़ इक्वल टू 1 + i रेज़ टू द पावर m। उसके ज़रिए से मैं इसको हल कर रहा हूँ। एनवीटी को ना, एनवीटी पहले मैंने आपको हल करके दिखाई है कि उसका जवाब जो है 6105 रुपये 10 पैसे आया। अब हम उस फार्मूले को प्रूव करना चाहते हैं कि वेदर दैट फार्मूला इज़ ट्रू और नॉट। सी द पोजीशन दैट वी डिपॉजिटेड ₹1000 on 31st December 2001. This is 1000 for this period because we invested ₹1000 again, so we should calculate for 1 year. 1 year कैलकुलेट किया तो अब ये आ गया 1100 रुपया। अब 2002 में हमने ये 1000 जमा कर दिया, ये 2100 हो गया। इसको फिर मतलब इंटरेस्ट लगाया अगले साल के लिए तो ये 2310 बन गया। फिर हमने 1000 रुपये यहाँ से जमा किया तो ये 3310 बन गया। इसको फिर इंटरेस्ट लगाया तो ये 3641 हो गया। फिर इसमें 1000 रुपया जमा किया तो 4641 हो गया। फिर इसको इंटरेस्ट लगाया तो 5105 रुपये 10 पैसे हो गया और ये 1000 जमा कराया तो इसमें 6105 हो गया। अब ये 1000 जमा करने के बाद देखें, वी हैव नॉट कैलकुलेटेड इंटरेस्ट, वी हैव विदड्रॉन दिस अमाउंट एट द मोमेंट, देन इट इज़ इक्वल टू दैट। We can also calculate this amount by a third method. We have invested ₹1000 on 31st December 2001. To take this amount at a point where it is due, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps. 1 point raised to the power